Somewhere between peace and chaos lies a property line. I live on 22 acres of gorgeous woodland that my grandfather passed down to me. It's peaceful, quiet, and far from the HOA-run development that popped up just outside my fence line 5 years ago. At first I didn't care. People like their little covenants and community barbecues. Cool, not my problem. But then came her, Karen, the queen of Oak Hollow HOA. Short blonde bob, mirrored sunglasses, and a voice like a car alarm. She acted like she ran the county, not just her cul-de-sac. Her biggest obsession? A narrow dirt trail that winds along the border of my woods. A trail that, for decades, had been a deer path and access road for my grandfather's old hunting stand. Nothing official, but somehow Karen got it in her head that it was a community hiking trail. The first encounter, I caught her and her HOA friends hiking behind my shed one Saturday morning. I was refilling the chicken feeder when I saw three yoga mat-carrying women and two unleashed labradoodles trotting past my window. I stepped outside. "Excuse me, this is private property." Karen didn't even look up from her Apple Watch. "Actually, this is the Oak Hollow Nature Path. It's been used for years. You can't just gate nature." That was the beginning of the end. I checked the county records. She didn't like that. I knew my land well. I pulled the survey maps, called the county clerk, and even walked the entire trail with a GPS tracker. Every inch of it, from the start near my barn to the end where it skirts the HOA's community garden, was 100% on my land. So I posted polite signs first. Private property, no trespassing, not an HOA trail. Karen ripped them down within 48 hours. Then came the threats. Letters from the HOA claiming historic use, warnings that I was impeding public enjoyment, and finally a cease and desist letter citing a common easement. Spoiler alert, there was no easement. So I built the fence. Not a little fence, a 7-foot tall steel post, cedar plank privacy fence with barbed wire at the top corner. Built it right where the path enters my land. Took me and my buddy Travis 2 weekends, a post hole digger, and a rented auger. We even added a gate with a keypad lock. Karen lost her mind. She stood on the other side of the fence screaming like I'd personally bulldozed her flower beds. She called the sheriff, accused me of illegal land seizure. The deputy came out, looked at my paperwork, and sided with me immediately. Karen demanded he do something. He replied, "Ma'am, this land doesn't belong to you, your HOA, or the public. It belongs to Mr. Reynolds here. Your trail is officially closed." She threatened to sue me. So I sued her first. Turns out she'd been encouraging trespassing on my land for years. I compiled trail cam footage, torn down signs, and even a clip of her spray painting "Share Nature" on one of my trees. That was enough for a harassment and property damage claim. In court, her HOA tried to argue community rights. My lawyer shredded that like a cheese grater on mozzarella. The judge ruled the trail was private land. The HOA had no right to access. Karen owed me $9,800 in damages and legal fees. She had to hold a meeting and tell the entire neighborhood to stay off the trail. The final petty revenge. I installed a motion-activated sprinkler system behind the fence line. If anyone climbs over, splash. Now my woods are peaceful again. Deer returned, my chickens are happier. And Karen? She avoids me like I'm contagious. Moral of the story. It doesn't matter how entitled you are, how loud you yell, or how many HOA letters you write. Property lines don't lie. Karen learned the hard way that the woods don't belong to the loudest hiker. They belong to the guy holding the deed.